Well, hello, all of my Instacart shoppers and customers community. I'm so glad you're here. Just finishing up my Wicked Joe's French roast before I tackle the day. And Instacart has been dropping batches at around 6 a.m. So I'm ready for them today. You bet I am. So I had a funny moment a few days ago. I was doing a double batch, and right at the end I always grab a second cart just to keep them separate. And it's as much for my sanity and knowledge to know that all of customer A's order is over here, bagged, paid for, everything but the slip, you know, um, the photo of the slip taken and sent with the other one. And so I did that. I did my customer A with a fresh new cart, and the two baggers whose ages don't even together don't even equal half of my age. Sad. Um, so they're kind of like, both learning. The cashier is probably 50-year-old woman, calm as a cucumber. So, okay, the customer A cart is over here, and I get the B cart, and it has two 12 packs of toilet paper. And one of the baggers put them both in the bottom of the basket, finishing up any space that was left. So all I really had was the place where you'd put the child if you had a kid with you. And I just looked at him, and and he's like, well, that's done. And it's like, well, what about the 50 other items that are going to go through? It was just like one of those moments where it's like, oh boy, we're in trouble as old people. So anyway, the cashier was chipper and helpful, and she said, why don't you put those on the bottom of the cart, and then we can put the bags of groceries in there. Like, it was like she just came up with that great idea and shared it with them. And so they did that, but it's like, oh my. And there were two baggers doing it. Anyway, it was just one of those moments as an Instacart shopper that you just go. And that second order was going to a house, one of these private roads, do not enter, police take notice, video cams in use. And just to give you an idea of how big the house was and how beautiful the house was, sitting on the water, that people pay thousands of dollars to stay at it, but these are the sort of houses that don't get rented out. 6-car garage. And I'm doing Instacart shopping for what? $10, $12 an hour. You just got to laugh at all of it. But, I love my job, and that is that. So, in looking back at the 4th of July weekend, which was in the 50s and raining or cloudy, or, give it a minute and it would go back to either or. It was a non-summer weekend for all the people here. I felt so bad. Of course it's bumper to bumper traffic. What do? They drive around and shop and eat. And, I was selling kindling wood like it was December, not July, so people could have little fires. That everybody was so cold, and everybody's bundled up, and it's warmer inside with the AC than it was outside. Oh, I feel so bad for those people. Memorial Day was just the same. So now I've got a few days of just catching my tail with Instacart and point pickup, maybe some Uber Eats in the morning, maybe some Uber with people. I don't know. There's nothing like being in a grocery store to have you tire of the masses. So the Instacart shopping seems like a nice little getaway for me. I can stay in my head and just fill my cart and do the sort of things. The batches over the weekend, when I'd go on my break from the grocery store shopping and check out the batches, there are like 13 batches, 12 batches, 11 batches, 14 batches. And it was like, wow, yowza, with great tips, of course, because, I was locked into this store. So this upcoming week, I only work 3 shifts, and the grocery store 2 shopping and 1 cashiering. So that's good. That's a nice balance for me. I love doing, the thing, once you aren't Instacarting, and I was working in the store, which is a great paycheck. Thank you. No complaints. But it's funny because you can't do the errands that you can do as an Instacart person, or go to the bathroom really when you want to, or take the load out of the dryer and fold it, or take it out of the washer and put it in the dryer, deal with cats like I have to. So anyway, it's just a little noticeable thing. So that's what we're doing. Oh, that's Freddie. Freddie and Frankie are getting hungry. It's 4:30 in the morning, and as I record this, so I look forward to doing my Instacart. I love when it starts at 6 because I'm ready to go at 6. So I've got my car all set and ready, my thermal bags and my, you know, I just I just love being ready to do Instacart and see what the day will bring. And fortunately, it's so busy that I can keep driving to a minimum. Although a couple of days ago, I got an order for one of the stores that's an hour away, but it's such a great store and I like it. And it wasn't, it was at 6 in the morning. So I said, well, I'll get there in no time. Instead of it taking an hour, it would only be like a half hour. And I'll shop that, and maybe there'll be some stuff on the way home. You kind of plan your strategy because, like a lot of us, we see great batches, but they're a drive away, right? And so this was one of those days where it's like, well, let me just see how it plays out. I like to keep it open. I like that freedom of, like, maybe not making, you know, the goal that I have every day. I mean, $100 a day is a great goal. Doesn't always happen that way, but that's okay. I am kind of tired from the traffic and just the, people everywhere, even just being an Instacart shopper because the stores are so full. And the replacements, I know if it's the same for you, it has to be. If you live in a place that's planning a lot of picnics and cookouts and typical 4th of July sort of things, the holiday picnic cookout items, except for hot dog rolls and buns, get quickly sold out, don't they? I mean, yesterday we didn't have any beef, no steak tips that were on sale, no porterhouse, no sirloin strips. We didn't have any of that for like the first 3 hours. And it's like, you just, hate disappointing the people. And then when the truck came in with the meat and it went out, I feel bad that the people that did their order early to get those items, figuring that they'd be sold out, well, the items weren't even, like in-house at that time. And so even Instacart shoppers, and I did see, the foreign speaking, all three of us with 3 carriages and 3 phones, all doing, their strategy of how they were going to shop. And I don't have my phone with me when I'm doing the in-house shopping, in-store shopping, because it's just one more phone. I've got my scanning gizmo, but it's like, what am I going to do? Tattletale on them? Like, who's got the time to do that? Or the, the feeling that, like, it would make a difference anyway, right? So yeah, I had a missing item at the end of one of my batches a couple of days ago. And it's like, yeah, it was Joseph's pita bread. And she ordered 3. She got 3 in the cart. I put them there. 3 went in the bag to deliver to her. So that meant 3 went to her home, right? So when I filled out the FOD report, I was kind of snarky and I said, it must be the customer's version of buy 2, get 1 free. I mean, it's just like, really, how does one pita bread escape? It's not in my car. It's like it didn't evaporate. The 3 pita breads are 3 pita breads, right? And you know how you have to go to the deli to get them because they put those in front of the deli, at least in most of the stores around here. So when you pick up 3 pita breads, it's not like something slipped through the cracks. It's a package of 6 pita breads. They don't fall through the cracks onto the whatever. Anyway, that's just my tales of Instacart shopping. So, yep, I'm gonna bathe and get ready. It's time to get ready. So when the first one drops, I can be there. And let's get the patty statted, as I say. So thanks so much for being here, Instacart shoppers and customers alike. It's certainly a tale dealing with groceries in the summer on holiday weekends and summertime busyness here. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you here the next time. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching.